Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of Dwarf Fortress. So it's been a little while since we were last here, but there's plenty of things that have happened since then. So, we're going to check out our dwarf therapist here for a second. We have got a ton of new dwarves added to our fortress. Specifically, we have 123 Wizard, we have Bodhi, Citrine, Doomy, Forest Wolf, J.D. Crawford, Ruler, Unit 171, Zombie Militant, oh, hang on. Idrogota, Ali, Billy Johnson, or Ali probably, Bob Sherman, Bowman Will, Kato, Chimirat, not sure how to pronounce that one. I asked how in the thread, but I forget already. Chris, Danky Nuggets, here's another tricky one. Dylan Gladys, Andy, Ferelden, Gisbet Nihil, Jack, Joe Coffey, Johans, Misterman, Michael Mien, Paige Crawler, Revan, Romulus Carey, Rusty, Senor Phillips, Social Ideal, and Zell. Whew. Yep. There's 34 more dwarves added to the fortress. All good stuff. We've also changed a bit with the jobs they've got. Children obviously don't get changed, so nobody in Group 9 or Group 6 here got changed, and a bunch of people in Group 7 didn't get changed. But we added in 6 more miners, 2 more woodcutters, and a couple more, I believe 4 more plant gatherers to help us gather our basic resources. We're going to start really working on getting that mining going. So with 6 more miners, that should really pick up the pace, because that's more than, I think that's 300% now of our original rate. We had 3, now we have 9. That'll be quite nice. 200% bonus. That should do us some good work. So, just keep in mind the dwarves you get are entirely random. I'm not picking people based on anything they ask for in the comments. I'm just giving you a random dwarf because that ensures that every dwarf gets a name. And if you didn't get picked yet, don't worry. You can always get added in later. And if you're interested in having your name in the game, just leave a comment down below saying what name you'd like to get in. And of course, there's only 1 name per person, so you can't pick more than 1. Anyhow, let's get back to our actual game here, because we're not quite done yet. Back down here in the actual game, if we take a look down below, we can see the elves have just arrived. We have to trade with them soon. If we drop all the way down to our bedroom level, we've assigned all of these beds to people now, so everybody actually has an assigned bed now. That should be good for a couple reasons. It should make sure that people actually sleep where they're supposed to. We actually get away with having fewer beds than people because we have people sleeping 2 in the same bed. If we use Q to examine here, we can see here, this one is Bond James and Crusader. Various couples here, Gimli and Lampman, Robert Ware and Calvin O'Free, share rooms, so we don't have to worry about actually having a bed for every individual person. We have some for couples as well, so that works out quite nicely. Now, we're going to head back up to the top here, and I think we're going to start off today with just doing a bit of trading here with the elves. This is going to be a little bit tricky because we have to make sure we don't actually accidentally give them anything we really don't want to. So we are going to say that we have a trader needed at the depot, and we're going to order some goods to be moved there directly. We are going to be sorting by value, but we are not going to be using anything made of wood. Be very careful this time, because we do not want to anger our friends the elves. Let's see if we can get some mechanisms over there. They should be fairly valuable now. I believe we have worked on them for long enough for them to be pretty decent. They are also fairly heavy, which is a little bit, not a chestnut barrel, not a chestnut barrel, only mechanisms. They should be fairly valuable now though, so we should be able to trade them for a decent amount of stuff. We will find out though soon, undoubtedly. Let's get all those mechanisms in. We'll get a couple more mechanisms. We have plenty of these now because we've been making them for a while. This is, like I was saying, one of the best uses for mechanisms if you're not putting them directly into traps all the time. And that should do us for now. So I'll let that get brought over and we'll see if we can get any trading going on with them. So we'll start the timer. Our wall over here is also getting fairly well built. The Coati men are running around for some reason. I'm not sure what they're doing near us because they run away every time they see someone, but whatever. That's fine. We'll let that happen. Our militia is doing pretty well as well, although if we come down here and check out in our smelters, which are these ones, we're still making iron helms for everyone. So in the middle of making those, then we'll move on to the boots and greaves, or rather gauntlets, which is fine. But we also need to make some picks. Since we've added in a whole bunch of mining dwarves, I don't think we've actually built any picks since then, which I would have a feeling would probably help those mining dwarves actually mine faster. So we're going to come in here, we're going to add some new things to the list. I'm not entirely sure where we get those though. They might be other objects. If we have other objects with iron, can we make a pick in here? I think they're actually weapons, come to think of it. Weapons and ammunition, iron. Yes, iron pick, there it is. So we're going to make some of those, 2 and 3, and we'll put 3 in the other one as well. That should do us for now. And and we'll come down to picks again. We make sure everybody has a pick that should, I don't know if it actually will, but should speed up the rate at which they mine. Should make things a little bit easier for everybody. And we're going to want to make sure we have a lot of mining paths dug out, because now that we have 9 people mining, that's a whole lot of digging going on. We still have a fairly large amount of idlers, but that should go down once they actually get into the fortress and get new jobs assigned, and that should be okay. So, let's see if our broker is here. No, Wolfrey is not interested in trading yet. He is requested at the depot, and he's currently on break, apparently, so he's just not interested. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is. We have our wall going up. We're probably going to start designating this top part soon, so we'll leave that for a little bit longer. Let us first, though, come down and check out if down here, have we finished digging out this area? No. People have obviously been distracted. Are they digging out down below in the gabbro layer like I asked? There's a couple people down there digging out. They don't have tools yet, so I'm sure they're not going to go too fast, and they're not very skilled either. But they are digging out there, so that's 4 down there already, 5. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. If we can get our people all mining out together, that will help things along quite significantly. We're probably going to be mining out some higher layers as well today, because we're going to be looking for bituminous coal, amongst other things, which would probably be found up where we found the magnetite earlier. So we'll start mining out these layers and the ones up above. Possibly not any higher than that, though, because there's not the super high chance of finding anything up above that. But we are going to look for those things, because if we can find bituminous coal, that'll help a lot to save a whole lot of trees. Actually, we've actually mined out all of these trees. Mined out trees? What am I saying? Cut down all those trees. So we're going to have to find some new trees to cut down. Actually, we can probably do this area. That'll do. So we're going to designate some new area to be cut down trees. We're going to pick all the way over here. Yes, all of this. This is a brook, so we can safely cross here to cut down these trees. Cut all those down. We're also going to gather some plants here. So we're going to say, I think it's P for gather plants. Yes. And we're going to pick all of this area for gathering plants. That should give us a nice more chunk of those resources. And we have a bunch of people designated to do that, so that should be fine. We're also going to include this little band of trees here that I somehow missed in our cutting section. And voila. Excellent. That should give us a fairly good amount of plants and trees to keep us going. The elves might not be too happy with the amount of deforestation that's going on around here, but you know what? I'm okay with this. Now if we cut these down, this is not going to cut down our saplings. Doing the gather plants thing only gathers actual plants, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. Let us resume things here and see if we have anyone coming close. Nope. Wolfrey decided to go sleep now instead. Okay, lovely. Lovely. We have stones being brought over here, so that's good. Is there anything else weird going on? Nope. People are looking for more plump helmets, but that's pretty standard. We have a whole lot of farmers now, and the more farmers we get, the more people are going to be looking for plump helmets. If we... check in on our smelting. Still working the iron helms, that's good. Wooden barrels and wooden bins. I think we're probably getting close to being good on bins and barrels soon. We might go back to making tables and chairs, because we could use some more of those at our downstairs super classy dining area, but for the time being it's looking pretty good. The thing we need really right now is for our broker to get to the trade, because if he doesn't get there quick, we're going to miss the opportunity. And he's trying to trade at the depot, so he will get there fairly soon, I think. No, he's drinking now. I thought it said trade at depot there, but apparently not. He's not interested. Come on, Wolfrey. You can get there. I know it's troublesome, but you can get there. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to get everything we need over here, and it looks like we've been interrupted by the Coati people who are running around harassing us near the walls. Yeah, Logan got interrupted there and stopped the construction. Fun. It's now summer. We're going to have to get this thing going, otherwise people are going to stop us here. Can we unsuspend these things? There we go, unsuspended. Are there any other ones that are suspended now? No, good. Okay, so that'll do. I should hopefully get things working again on that part of the wall. Come on, Wolfrey. All you gotta do is come stand over here for a little bit. Not interested. Awesome. Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to come up to the top layer here, and we're actually going to build up the top part of the wall. We're going to, it's build constructions with capital C, we're going to build wall, and we're going to start laying this down. If we lay it out with about this size here, that will mean that nobody can get over this part of the wall. We could flatten these out as well, but I kind of like just building it out larger, so that doesn't matter. That way people can still walk up and down the hill here without having any problems, but they can't get in our fortress that way, so that'll be good. We'll set down this wall here, and we will use, I believe it's quartzite we use for the rest, so we'll use quartzite again. Now I know we don't have any, we do have quartzite blocks, but we only have one, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're just going to use raw quartzite. It's a bit slower, but you know what? We have it, so we're going to use it. We're also going to lay down some more. Can we expand that again? Oh, there's a tree in the way. That's annoying. We're going to have to cut down that tree before we can do anything else there, so we will expand over to this part. We'll lay down some more quartzite. And we'll specifically order that tree for destruction. We will also continue the rest of the wall here, though, so we will come over... Oh, hang on, I guess I need this part to be built out first before I can organize anything over there. So that's fine. We are going to build one more place right there with quartzite as well. Oops. There we go. And we're going to order this tree to be demolished. So designations, cut down trees, this tree. Thank you very much. It's in the way. There we go. That should be pretty good. We'll need to finish off this last little piece here soon, but that can probably wait a little bit longer anyway, since it will be a while before we have enough of this place built up to actually have a defensive perimeter here anyway. I'd love to get rid of these Coati people, though. They're harassing us quite badly. And it'd be nice to not have to worry about them again. So that would be good. But until then, we'll keep cutting down some trees, keep gathering plants, and that is looking pretty nice. Are you here yet, Wolfery? Yes! Awesome. Okay. These are not the most valuable things, but they're better than nothing. We're going to come in here and see what they're offering. They'll have a bunch of clay, a bunch of... They're going to have basically wooden everything. They've got cages. We could take some of those, because they're pretty cheap and saves us having to make them. We can trade some of our mechanisms for them. And they're not bad. There's nothing in them right now. Leopards, dingoes, wolves... I don't really want to buy any that have anything in them because we don't need those at the moment. What we really want from them though is the alcohol. We can't afford golden salve. It's the best alcohol in the game basically, but unfortunately for us it's also quite valuable and we're not going to be able to afford it. But we can buy lots of the other stuff. Sewer brew and fisher berry, all those things are pretty easy for us to manage. There's more golden salve, sewer brew. Grabbing these things will help us in the long run though, keep our alcohol stores high. So we're going to sell off a bunch of these random mechanisms to them. I hopefully won't go over their weight allowance because these are fairly heavy. That should do for now. We'll trade that first and we'll come back in to take another look. Thing is, these guys have a lot of things that are weapons and whatnot, and that's really not going to be very interesting for us because they're all made of wood. Buying wooden weapons doesn't help us hardly at all. They should have lots of berries and fruits and stuff that we can buy, so that's probably what we're going to spend most of our money here on. There's strawberry seeds and prickleberry seeds. That's no good. We need plump helmet spawn, but they're not going to have any of those because they don't deal with that kind of food. Prickleberry seeds, lots of interesting flour. Okay, there's different kind of seeds. We don't need these. We need plump helmets, but that's not going to work. We need dwarves for that. I don't think anyone else actually makes those, or supplies us with them, rather. But that's fine. We're going to drop down below here and see what else we can find. Hopefully there's some more goodies underneath all these bins. I'm expecting there to be a good amount of food down here. There's some arrows and things. We could buy those. We don't really need them. They're pretty easy to make ourselves. And here's what we wanted. All of the food in the world. Alright. That's it? Really? That's all the food you were supplying us with? That's really disappointing. Come on, elves. I know we pissed you off last time, but come on. You can do better than that. That's really all they have. Alright, hopefully we can make them happy with us this time, so we'll give them a pretty decent trade here. Hopefully this will turn them back to our favor, and we'll give them a nice big trade that might make them like us. Pretty high percentage of value. Let's trade that. They might like that. Hopefully they do, because otherwise we're going to have a hard time getting anything from these guys. I don't think they brought as much as they normally do because they weren't too pleased with us this time. We might even just offer them a couple of these and see what they say. We don't really need all of these mechanisms as it stands anyway. We're just building them so we can sell them. So we're going to take these. We're going to hit O for offer marked to them for free. And they take them saying we are too kind. There we go. So that's what we want. We want them to like us, because if we give them free things, they'll be quite happy with it. And then they'll be more likely to come back with better stuff next time, overlooking the problems we had. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but that's how I think it should happen. So we're going to come in here, hit G again to undo the things we've already told them to bring over for trading by selecting them and enter. There we go. That will organize that again, and we should be pretty good there for our trade. I can actually tell them to no longer need the trader at the depot. No trader requested anymore. You can go back to your drinking and general carousing there, Wolfery, and that'll be good. People are still training down there. People are gathering tons of plants. That's very nice. People are clearing out this entire area, in fact. That'll be good. Once all this stuff gets cleared out, we will be very happy and well supplied indeed. Alright. What can we do next? Well, there's a ton of things we could be doing. One thing we are going to be doing, though, is checking up on our smelters. We're getting through the iron helms fairly slowly here. Looks like we've actually paused a little bit. Have we run out of magnetite ore? It's entirely possible. We're making a lot of charcoal, so we should be okay for that front, but I'm not entirely sure if we're keeping up with both the charcoal and the magnetite. Let's go look up through here and see just if we are keeping up. Looks like we're doing okay here. I don't see any complaints about not having enough charcoal or what have you, so that should be okay. We are going to come downstairs, though, and take a look at our mining here is still not doing anything. That's no good. I guess they're still working on the lower level in this, yeah. Still digging out down here. They're finding lots of interesting things. We're finding some gems of various kinds. What's this? This yellow cisapertine? Interesting. What's this purple one? That is alexandrite. That sounds interesting. We might explore through there and see what we can find. That's an interesting one I haven't seen recently. But yeah, there's a lot of mining to do in here, especially because they're all very thin tunnels, so people get confused and then have to go back and then come back in and go back out. So that should take them a little while anyway, but this is looking pretty good with all these miners. We're making some good progress down here. That's what we're looking for. We still have, well, now we have very few idlers. That's probably because people are moving all of our food into the stockpiles. The big thing we want to watch out for here is that our idlers are not getting too high. It's okay to have, like, a good chunk of your fortress doing it, but if you have too many people, there's probably something that you're not doing quite properly. So we want to try and keep that to a minimum if at all possible. Okay. Okay. Well, people are still smoothing out the stone, are they? Yes, they are. Ooh, hello. Hang on. Max, the Mork's Dwarf, cancels pickup equipment because of an equipment mismatch. I'm guessing that since we're getting more things made, they're trying to go find the parts, and there's probably a problem maybe with the uniforms we've given them. We have to go take a look at that afterwards. Either that, or they're swapping things they already had because they no longer match what they could be using, which fills the rules. Probably one of those two. We'll have to look into that soon. We really need more doors, though. Do we have somebody making doors? We should. Yeah, he's making rock doors. The problem is, the masons are probably also making the walls outside, which is giving them a bit of trouble. Really? You made the walls on either side of the tree, but the tree hasn't been cut down yet? That's brilliant. Alright guys, you're geniuses. Hopefully people fix all this stuff out, though. People are swapping around their jobs, becoming new jobs, that's good. Riark has liked his iron crossbow, so hopefully that works out for him too. Now, you don't necessarily need iron crossbows compared to wooden ones, but it means if they have to smack someone with them, they'll be a little bit more effective. I'd like to see this going down, though. Iron picks, good. We're on to the iron picks. He's still working on iron helms, but that's fine. It looks like these people are swapping out between jobs, doing other things. We might want to organize them to only do what we specifically want in the Dwarf Therapist, but as it stands, this is going just fine. I'd love to be able to delve deeper, but we're doing pretty good here. Nobody's really idle. That's what we like to see. Let us actually get someone to dig out that alexandrite cluster, because that sounds like a cool thing. There's another one over here, actually. Let's mine out this area, because I want to see what's in here. I don't know if this is just a fancy kind of pink gemstone, if there's something else hidden in there. So we're going to dig out this area. I've never actually seen alexandrite before. So we'll dig that up and see what we find. Looks like there's not a whole lot of interest on this side, though, so far. Well, that's fair. Alright. Let's hop back up to the top. How is our wood supply doing now? We have all these extra wood cutters. It's doing okay. We are going through wood really fast, though, with all this charcoal production. That could be a problem in the near future. Hopefully not, though. Let's see what it's like outside. Are we actually producing logs faster than people can bring them in? Only a little bit. There's 5 logs over there, but, I don't know. Looks like we're pretty much burning through them faster than we can produce them now. And Fez says he has no ammunition. That's not a good sign. We really need to make sure our craftsmen are making bolts. Yes, he is. Good. We're probably going to have to start reproducing additional workshops soon. Because right now, with one of each type for most of them, that's fine, but it doesn't really get things done as quickly as we would like. So if we can start producing additional variations on those things, that would be pretty good. We also want to dig deeper. The merchants from Lirelith are leaving soon, so the elves are going to be heading out. That's fine. Okay, lots of things to keep track of here. It looks like our militia is getting better, and Giant Wombat is fighting? Oh, he's being hunted. And it looks like he's losing that fight. He's losing consciousness and regaining consciousness and losing consciousness and getting shot to death by maple bolts. Oh. Blaz is hunting. That's interesting. He was hunting the Giant Wombat. That's interesting. Our people are sparring here. Looks like they're doing good. Parrying. They're getting better at using their armor. That's what we really want to see. As they actually start using weapons, they'll get better with that. As they start practicing with the armor, they get better at wearing it. Because the thing about armor is until you're good at using it, it slows you down a lot. I mentioned this earlier. And one of the best ways for us to get better at it is just to practice using it like this. Our wall's going up on the top. We really need to lose this particular tree, otherwise we'll be in trouble. But I don't want to cancel all the woodworking going on down here, because otherwise we won't get anything done. I'm surprised the elves haven't taken any offense to the fact that we're literally clear-cutting our entire place directly in front of them. But you know what? Apparently they don't seem to mind. Lots of plump helmet spawn complaints. That's fine, though. Just trying to look out for actual concerns, and I don't see too many of them in there for now, which is good. I think what we're going to do, though, is keep an eye on down here. Because the thing is, as we're mining these areas out, there's actually not a whole lot in here from the looks of it. It's kind of disappointing. It's just that. As we're mining this area out, we're not going to be able to find too much unless we get lucky. Yeah, there's literally nothing in that little purple gem cluster. And we have untrained people harvesting them, which means the odds of actually getting the gems is fairly low, but they seem to have done a pretty good job there. And someone left a sock behind, or what's this? What is this? You left your shoes behind. Okay, I don't know why you did that, but whatever, we'll take it. Okay, if you say so. Okay, we'll head up back to the surface. Come on now, camera, work with me. Where is our fortress? Up to the surface, please. Thank you. There we go. There's a lot of little things that need doing, but the problem is we need them to actually happen. Oh, we have a mayor now! Drakon Vokelda has been assigned our new mayor. When did that happen? When did that happen? We didn't have a mayor at the start of this episode. When did they get assigned to be the mayor? I didn't see that announcement. Wow, there's a lot of plump helmet spawn complaints. When did the mayor announcement happen? I don't know, but he was created to be the mayor. He was announced as the mayor at some point in here. Wow, well, we have a new mayor. Fantastic. Now we have problems. Mayors are bad. They're very important. They do good things for our fortress in vague respects, but they also have all kinds of problems associated with them. We have to give them all these things to give them somewhere that they can live and be happy. The nice thing about it is we can basically combine all of these into one room, which makes it a lot easier to get a decent dining room, decent quarters, and a decent office, and all the things they need, because you just put them all in one place. The high-quality goods means that they like it better anyway, and that should be fine. But it does mean problems, because if we take a look at the things they like, we want to make sure that the things they like aren't problematic, because when they like things, your mayor has a tendency to ask you to make things out of it. Slate, possibly okay. Trifle pewter, I don't know what that is. And rock crystal, I don't know what that is. Likes to consume giant spider monkey, well, I don't think we've seen any of those. And swamp whiskey, which we can't produce ourselves. This could be problematic. What we really want is somebody who is mayor, who likes things that we can easily make, easily have access to, and that kind of thing, because they're going to start mandating the production of those things. And if people fail to produce them, they're going to be marked as criminals. And that's never fun. So hopefully we can avoid having anything really nasty. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. Let's start organizing their bedroom, though. We have a big room set out for them, a massive room, honestly, to set up their office quarters and dining room in. So we need to put some chests, cabinet, weapon rack, armor stand, table, chairs, and bed. And that should be everything we need to set up all of their rooms. Oh boy. Drakon Vokelda, you are going to give us lots of trouble, I'm sure. And it's going to be a ton of fun. Alright. So, let's get that production started so we can actually afford to seat our mayor in this city. I guess we're big enough now for the mayor to be a thing. What are we going to be making first? I guess we'll go to one of our carpenter's workshops and we'll stop whatever they're currently working on. You are going to be making us a table and a chair so we can actually have somewhere to sleep. We already have plenty of beds, I'm not going to worry about that. I think we might even have tables and chairs. We have tables. Do we have enough tables and chairs? I'll just make one of each. One table, one chair. There we go. One wooden table, one wooden chair, I believe is C for chair? Yes, C for a chair. You're also going to make us... Are you going to make the armor stand? I'm not sure. You're our barrel maker. I'll have you make some barrels on repeat again until I can figure out if I can make them somewhere more interesting. If I can make iron stuff, that might be kind of cool. What if I make iron furniture? Can I make you an iron armor stand? Yes, I can. Let's make one of those. Make an iron armor stand. He wants iron cabinets and chests as well, I think. What all did he need? If we check our noble list, his require list will tell us what he wants. He needs a weapon rack, an armor stand, a cabinet, and 2 chests. Okay. So we'll go back into our iron workshop here. Armor stand. We want our iron weapon stand as well. Weapon rack. There we go. We're going to make an iron 2 iron chests. Can we make those? Yes, we can. We can iron cabinet as well. I'll put the 2 iron chests in my other one over here so we don't have them all going in the same place at the same time. The iron is just to make it slightly better quality, really. Something fancier than just wood. I'm not sure if this will actually be any better quality, but it'll be something nice for our guys to work on that's a little bit different. 2 iron chests, an iron cabinet, iron weapon stand, iron armor rack, a bed, and a table. That should be everything he needs. Let's double check that just to make sure we're not missing anything. 2 chests, cabinet, weapon rack, armor stand, bed, table. That should be good. And chair, right? Yes, good. We have all those things. Once those all get produced, we'll be able to put them into one of the fancy bedrooms downstairs, and then we should be good to house our mayor at last. That's what we wanted to see, I guess. I guess, yes. Hopefully nothing causes us any real nasty problems. The deforestation is going around nicely here. Nice clean-cut area right there. It's going to take us a while to get it all done, and that tree is still sitting in the middle of our wall. It's not a secure wall unless you cut that tree down, guys, but we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. It looks like these guys are packing up. Yes, they're packing up their stuff. They're taking all the mechanisms and whatnot with them, and that is fine by me. Alright. Alright. A little bit of a mess going on here. There's a whole pile of things going on simultaneously we want to try and keep track of. Surprisingly enough, people have totally abandoned this project to build out the layer down below. I'm guessing we're doing a pretty good job down here now. I'd love to get those picks to everybody, because then they'll be doing a lot better. But I think they should auto-pick those up once they're produced, and that should speed up the process at least a little bit. Give them a tool to actually do the work with would be nice. Alright, so we'll come back up to the top layer again. Zoop, there we go. The merchants have actually left. Okay, well, I'll wish them well on their way. We're going to try and do something else soon, too, which should be interesting. We're going to try, sooner or later, to build ourselves a road out of here. I'm not sure how the roads actually work, but they seem like an interesting thing. If we set a road up, say, from about there... Oops, wrong button there. Oh boy, what just happened? What just happened? Announcements? Oh, Withersoul has been possessed. That's interesting. Alright, we'll have to see what they're doing. Hopefully it's not a problem. He's right there. That happened just as I tried to pick a button. But yeah, what I was trying to say was, when we try and build a road, if we build a road leading out of our fortress, it should go somewhere like, probably down this way. We'll bring it up like that, more or less straight out of our fortress and up that way. And unfortunately, we have this pond right here, but we should be able to lead it out like that, no problem. That should mean that if we have caravans arrive, they should come in on the road and lead the road right into our fortress. It should make things a little bit nicer. We can make it a nice paved surface, and that should make everyone happy. The only issue with it, of course, is that it means... well, the nice thing about it is it means you can put guard posts and things up along it, which should protect anybody coming in. I'm not sure if other enemy forces will use that to come to us as well, though. We'll have to experiment a bit with it. I've never... wrong button again. Never really done much with roads up until now, but it seems like a fun thing to try and experiment with because it's something I've never tried. We are going to come up to our top floor, though, quickly. Oh my goodness, what's going on now? He has claimed a crafts dwarf workshop. Okay, let's get down there and see what he wants. We gotta make sure we supply for our dwarves. He is already going to get the things. Okay, I guess he's got everything he needs. Probably wood, yeah. Oh, hang on. The butcher is stopping to butcher things. Okay, that's fine. That means they were butchering the things that have been killed already. That's good. What do you need? Bones, yes. Shiny gems, which means cut gems, I believe. Cloth, rough color, wood. Tree life is wood. Okay, I think the problem here is bones. Can we provide him with bones? That is the question. I'm not entirely sure we have anything we can easily get. We should have plenty of bones, though, because our hunters... What is that thing? What is that thing? That is a louse woman, a giant flea. Fantastic. Well, we should be able to get bones somehow. Our hunters are all out there killing things all the time. Or at least I believe they are. If we check our reports... We killed a giant wombat not too long ago. I think it was the giant W we took out of our fortress. Is that this? Is this a giant wombat? Yes, it is. A giant wombat corpse. We should have gotten a bunch of bones from that, which you should be able to use. Maybe the bones aren't the first thing on the list, though. Let's make sure we've cut some gems. We'll come into our jeweler's workshop. We'll tell him to cut some gems, some random ones. Do we have any... What do we want to tell him to cut? I don't know. How about... What's an interesting thing we can tell him to cut, though? What was the gem we found down below, the purple one? Let's get down there and see what that was called. We'll use some of those, because those look fancy. Those were almandine, probably? Is it that? Wrong button. K. Use K to verify what things are. That's Alexandrites. Why can't we cut Alexandrites? We have a bunch of them. Let's resume. Let's go up to the top and see what's going on with that, because we should be able to cut them if we have them. Oh, goodness. There we go. Alright. Easy to get lost in here. Jeweler's Workshop. I want you to cut Alexandrites. Can you? Do we have Alexandrites on the list here? Not that I see. That's strange. Well, in that case, I will tell you to cut some tiger eyes. Cut those gems. We'll cut a couple of them, maybe. And we'll cut some almandine. Cut a couple of those. And we'll cut a yellow sespertine on repeat. Cut on repeat. That'll do. That will get us a bunch of cut gems in case that's the problem that we're running into here with our Crafts Dwarf Workshop. He seems to say bones first, though. Bones, gems shining, cloth, thread. That should be fine. We have plenty of thread. Rough color. I'm not sure what that one refers to anymore. That might be dyes. I don't know if we have any dyes. That might be the problem. Can we make dyes? Can we make them here? No. Dyers. There's a dyer's workshop or something like that, isn't there not? I'm not entirely sure. That's something I've not come across too often. Ooh, nope, wrong button. So many wrong buttons are so easy to hit. There is a dyer's shop. Do we have one? It says we do. That's probably the colorful place up at the top here. Is this it? Why, yes it is. Can we make a dye? No, we can dye things, but we can't make a dye. Interesting. Interesting. We have to look into how to actually produce those things. Is it done in a farmer's workshop or something? Process plants to a vial. Not sure what that's all about either. We're still preparing lavish meals. That's good. Preparing fish, butchering animals. That's good. Tanning the skins, brewing the drinks. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Those things are all going according to plan, although I'm not sure what we need to do here for our possessed friend. There's probably something I'm missing out on here. Gimli is going to attach to his iron battle axe, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think the big problem here is that we're not entirely sure what rough color means. I'm going to have to look that one specifically up, because I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. Although we may just try and make sure we slaughter an animal as well, because it could be the bones that are the problem. Let's make sure there are no bones in our stockpile out here, because otherwise we'll know it's a problem. It's probably this white thing. It's a skull and a nail. That's not going to do. We need actual bones of some kind. Surprised there's no wombat bones that were produced. I would expect that to be a kind of thing we'd need. Why are you sleeping over here? You have beds. Okay, I have to fix this again in a minute, because obviously I didn't fix that properly. But let's see, if we go into our animal stockpiles here, can we have one of these get murdered? Yes, we can. A stray boar. If we kill a boar like this, that should give us a good amount of bones. I'm pretty sure this is a bigger animal. They should give us a good amount of stuff. We could kill an alpaca as well, but I think the boar is a good choice. We don't have another one of them. They'll die eventually as it is. Let's mark them for slaughter, and that should solve our problems. We could kill the sow as well, but I think I'll leave them for a little while longer before we murder them. Yeah. Who do we use then? Is it just them? Do we do two? Two at one time? Will give us a bunch of extra bones in case we need them later. That's probably a good idea. We'll also kill the sow, ready for slaughter. That'll do. Kill off some animals, and that should give us the bones we need in case that is in fact the problem. Excellent. So, that should be good. We should have all the resources we need to actually supply for our noble now, so we'll probably finish off the episode with that. I have been a little bit disorganized here, and I do apologize. This is starting to look quite nice, though, isn't it? Let us try and build an armor stand. We want the iron one. What do you mean we don't have an iron stand? Did you not build it yet? Really? Huh. Still haven't done that, eh? Nope. Has this one done his stuff? Yeah, he's almost done. This one hasn't done any of his stuff yet. That's disappointing. Alright, well we can start building in some of these things, and then we can at least get the rest later on. The mayor has mandated the construction of certain goods. This is what I was worried about. What is mandated? Nobles, what are your mandates? I'm worried. The mandates are windows. Oh. That's interesting. Do you like windows? Huh. Normally they make things they specifically like. I'm guessing... Oh, that's gonna be a problem. We don't have any glass. Ooh. This could be problematic. But this is the fun of Dwarf Fortress. Once things start going wrong like this is when things start to get real. So we will see about that. We're gonna come down here though. We're gonna get our mayor set up to have things in their house. We'll give them a bed and whatnot since we can do that now. We'll build them a bed. We have plenty. Right in the corner here, you can have your bed. It'll be a nice... expand this, get a high quality one. I can't remember what the quality markers are though. Never mind. Have a chestnut bed at random. We can also give you a chair. That will be good. You can have the same layout as the room below you, a cedar chair. How about a table? Right there should be good. You can have a chestnut table. And once we start producing the chests and whatnot, you can have those as well. And I'm sure you'll be quite happy with them. I'm even going to give you some doors. How about that? You can have a door right here. And how about a quartzite door? Because that'll go well with the walls. And you can have another door too. Hopefully I have another quartzite door for you. I don't actually. Well, you know what? You can have a chert door then. Or a gabbro door. You have a gabbro door. How about that? And do we have anything else we can build them? I believe we have a chest, but I think I'll wait on that for a little bit longer until we have those things in place. Okay, so we might run into some problems here soon. I'm going to hide all this junk too, because that doesn't look too good. We're going to designate building items and properties, hide with H, and we're going to clear that junk out of here just so we can't see it. Good. That looks much better. Still not perfect, because it's not finished, but much better. Okay. Okay. This is a little bit bizarre, if I have to say. Why is that not visible? There was a door there, but now it's gone. It's still there, you just can't see it. Oh, come on. Okay. We're going to need to dump that specific quartzite. There we go. Dump that. Apparently the hidden quartzite is blocking the door. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. Now we can see it. It's very dark, though. That's not such a good combination. I have to swap that out later on. Thing is, though, that mandate is going to cause us problems. We'll have to deal with our mayor problems next episode, though. I think we'll probably end off here for now. We had done a bunch of little things here. We got a lot of things going for us. We have a possessed person hanging out in our fortress. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode today. I have certainly enjoyed recording it for you. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like on the episode. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.